Yes.
अच्छा है, ठीक है.
All role players are here.
Maafi muskila.
Maafi pulus.
Maafi pulus. Maafi
Paisa नहीं है.
Elisa,
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Maafi pulus means maafi money, no money. Maafi
Paisa
no
नहीं ये तो.
boyfriend.
No money, no
Say it
relation.
again.
No
Say it
money,
again.
no love.
Oh, no money. Oh, no.
Oh, love of money, huh?
No love, no money.
No.
The other way around.
No money, no
So
honey.
you gotta go
No
with
honey,
Can
no
Buy Me
money.
Love.
You can have
That's
lot
for
of
the
honey
guys,
from the
not
shop.
for us.
It's
That's for the
45.
guys. Not for us.
Yes.
They have to love us.
No
For
gender
us-
bias,
what?
huh?
No man, no problem.
Yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
really?
There you go. No men, no problem.
men.
I agree.
Sure.
That's
No woman, no cry. No man, no problem.
There's
Woman,
two
no
people
problem.
waiting. Shall I let them in? Admit all. Shall I let them all? There's Gloria
Yes.
and Shekhar Tiwari.
our DVNS director is with us.
Yes.
Okay, division. Okay, behave.
Yes, please.
This Gloria is
Ricky, we will have minutes of the meeting will be read or not?
Yeah, I will read it. I prepared it now.
Okay.
Oh, wait, is this the club with all the crazy table topics?
Elisa.
No, that's on Friday and Wednesday, right?
Oh, okay.
Friday, Wednesday,
Princess.
Sunday.
You have to invite
Yes,
me
we're
to that
ready.
one.
Yes.
Yes.
Keep
wanna
calm
come
because
there.
it's
Friday.
payback time.
I want
Let's
crazy
start.
table
Jeffrey?
topics.
Princess, take charge of the pictures. You take charge of the screenshots and photos.
Not to build my name.
We have with
40
us
minutes.
DVNS director, Shekhar Tiwari.
Cannot say no to Ricky. Even I have president in Greece. Never mind. Let him be.
This Lal Bahadur, can you mute yourself?
Toastmaster Jeffrey, can we start? Are we
Yes.
all here?
Yes, we are here, all the role players. It's a special meeting, so not many role players, so we can start.
Can everyone use the same
Jeffrey?
background?
All right.
Oh,
nice.
I am on mobile.
Yes, hello.
Send it to me, Eliza. Send
Yes.
it to me.
Yay, Joseph! Please use this background.
All right.
No.
Hello. Good evening, guys. Are we up to start?
Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests and lovely friends. Love is in the air indeed, as we welcome you to the 293rd meeting of Horizon Toastmasters Club 01097255, Area 31, Division F of District 79. I am Toastmaster Jeffrey Aquino, the acting Sergeant at Arms of the club. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting to a greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we proceed, please turn off your cell phones, not your cell phones, but let it be muted. And please welcome our presiding officer for this evening, a humorous and lovable, a friend of everyone, soon to be the district, or I could say, the international chairman of the Toastmasters fraternity, because he's all over the world. Toastmaster Umar Farouk. How about a big hand?
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeffrey, for such a humbling introduction. I don't know what a future holds. I'm just a normal, simple Toastmaster. I am not like Eliza, all over the world. Traveling. Eliza, how many countries you have traveled?
I'm a very shy to say. I never go anywhere. Just stay at home.
Really?
85 countries.
So, good evening, everybody. Good morning and good afternoon, wherever you are. Love is in the air. This is the month of February. And celebration of love and care and kindness and compassion and passion together. That's what February month is all about. all the 11 months love that you have accumulated over the year, you have to shower that love to everybody in this month. And you have to show that spirit and compassion to everybody. And now, this is a very special meeting today, meeting number 293. In this meeting, day after tomorrow, we will be having our Area 31 contest, and our two champion speakers will be competing for the international speech contest. Toastmaster Ricky Chudian and Toastmaster Omar Farooq Malik. And we will be having our practice session here, so we can have we'll be having also a 360 feedback for them. We can have given them suggestions, scope of improvement. We will have their formal evaluation also, how they can improve and do best. And also we will have our very good Toastmaster table topic session to be run by none other than our Toastmaster Ozaric Pal. And we will be having our evaluations also for the table topics. With this, I would like to have some guest introductions. We have with us some lovely and affectionate guests with us. Toastmaster Lada, first of all. Let's start with Toastmaster Lada.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm in New York. I'm doing my daily run. I'm on mile 4, going for 5. And I'm so happy you guys invited me. So you're all running along with me. Woo!
Great,
Welcome,
great
Lada.
to have you with us, Lada. We have
Love's
with us
in the air.
Toastmaster. Yes, love is in the air, and we are also in the air. On air. Toastmaster Joseph Skoda.
Hey, good morning, everyone from California, the other side of the United States. Bah humbug, love is great. I can't download the image, but love is great. This will be a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us, Toastmaster Joseph. We have with us Toastmaster Mandar.
Hello everyone, this is Toastmaster Mandar from Palava Toastmasters, Mumbai, India. It's nice to
Great.
meet you all, and I'm happy to join this meeting. Thanks to Toastmaster Uma. Thanks.
Okay, great to have you with us, Mandar. We have with us Smitha.
Hey,
Brief
hi.
introduction.
Yeah, so I'm from Eminent Toastmasters, Mumbai, and I got to know about your club through Golden Falcons. So I even got a few of my other colleagues from Eminent Toastmasters Club. And we're here to fall in love and find out the love in the air. So far it's been fun.
Yes.
Wish to learn more about
Yes, love is in the air, and we breathe that air also. Great to have you with us, Smitha.
Yeah,
And
thank
we
you.
have with us Mohammad Numan.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Yes,
Yes.
nice to see you,
Wow.
all the wonderful members of this club, as well as the guests from around the world. I'll be here observing and enjoying your meeting. So all the very best.
It's great to have you with us, Toastmaster Numan, after a long
Let
time.
love be always in the air.
Yes, love is in the air. And we have with us Murtaza. Murtaza, are you there or you're still not back? No. Okay. Sachin, are you there? Brief intro.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yes, Sachin.
Hello. So I'm excited to be part of this meeting. I'm from Eminent Toastmasters Club, Mumbai. I got to know about this meeting through Smitha, who just introduced herself. So as it is mentioned, love is in the air. So I'm already in the air looking at hearing you all.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to be part of this meeting.
Yeah,
Looking
it's
forward.
a pleasure. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you, Sachin.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will have a great time. We have with us Nuha from Bahrain. Nuha is busy. Kostab, if I'm pronouncing the right, Kostub.
Hi, this is Kaustubh. I'm from Eminent Toastmaster Mumbai. I just joined since Smita sent that invite. I also like to run like Lada, but my leg just got injured, so I'm taking rest now.
Yes. That's great to have you with us, Kostab.
Thank you so much.
I'll run for you. Don't worry. I'll run for you. Oh, good. You're all
Okay.
running with me.
Yes, we are running with you.
In New York. Wow.
From the on the run from the police, huh?
That's you, not me.
Raj Bharat. We have with us Raj Bharat also from Mumbai, I think. Raj. Raj. Simran. नहीं है. We have with us Gloria. Gloria.
Hello, I am Gloria from Eminent Toastmasters Club. Secretary introduced us to your club today, so I'm glad to join your meeting. Thank you.
Great. We have with us quite a lot very eminent guests with us. Huh? It's a pleasure to have you all with us. We have with us Lal Bahadur, Mr. Red Man, Red Brave Man.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Lal Bahadur from Eminent Toastmaster Club, Mumbai.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking forward for the speeches and.
Yes, I am sure you will all love it. I know. So that's we have with us our distinguished Toastmaster Shikhar Tiwari. He's busy. Murtaza, are you there?
They are finding still the love in the air. Also, I'm waiting for it.
Yes. You are distinguished Toastmaster Omar Farooq. You are in the air or not?
Well, I'm looking around. I can't see the air. I can't see.
Okay. So let's begin our session. Our business session. Let's have the minutes of the meeting number 292 being read. And to read the minutes of the meeting number 292, we have with us our acting secretary, our Toastmaster Ricky Chudia, to read the minutes of the last meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Ricky.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, Toastmaster Omar Farooq Awan. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Horizon Toastmasters Club. Okay, Horizon Toastmasters Club number 1097255, District 79, Division F, Area 31, minutes of meeting number 292, held on January 27, 2021. The meeting started at 7:15 in the evening. Presiding Officer Toastmaster Omar Farooq Awan welcomed the guests and conducted the business session of the meeting. Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Edres Sakurat, introduced the theme of the evening, which is New Beginning. Word of the day was credibility. Table Topics Master was Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. General Evaluator was Toastmaster Yasir Nadim. And there were 3 prepared speakers, Toastmaster Omar Farooq Awan, Toastmaster Abu Bakr Siddiq, and Toastmaster Ashirbad Rulo. The meeting ended with the announcement of winners as follows. Best prepared speaker was Toastmaster Ashirbad Rulo. Best table topic speaker was Toastmaster Elisa Juliana, and best evaluator was Toastmaster Ricky Chuidia. The meeting adjourned at 9 p.m. There were 27 attendees, 9 members, and 18 guests. Back to you, Mr. President.
Wonderful, Toastmaster Ricky. Well-read minutes. Is there any changes, additions, deletions to be made to the minutes of the meeting? Any show of hand or anything? I don't think so. So minutes of the meeting number 292 are being accepted as final. So let's move on to the next part of the meeting. We have with us Toastmaster of the Day. She is affectionate, she is kind, a caring soul, a transformational coach, and a motivational speaker also, and an emotional and empathic soul also. She is none other than Toastmaster Sangeeta to explain our theme of the day, love in the air. Over to you, Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Omar. A very good evening to everybody, fellow, in the words of Lada, Toasty Toastmasters. A very warm welcoming to the Horizon Toastmasters Club. Today is love is in the air. We have got this theme because this is the love month, the month of love. Valentine's Day is just knocking down around the corner, and I'm sure you've had all great plans. And if you've not, you better have, because this one time you get to express your love if you haven't done it throughout the day, throughout the year, which means it has to be very special. So let me start by love is in the air. Everywhere I look around, love is in the air. Every sight and every sound. And I don't know if I'm being foolish. I don't know if I'm being wise, but it's something I must believe in, and it's there when I look in your eyes. There is love in each one of your eyes. I would love to see all the eyes if you can switch on your camera. Distinguished Toastmaster Shekhar Tiwari, Lal Bahadur, everybody can switch on your camera so I can see the love in your eyes.
You can see 4 of mine.
Yes, I can see four eyes of Omar. Right, so I would like to start by asking a question to our to DTM Shekhar Tiwari. How have you ever been in love, and how did you feel about it?
Yeah, thank you so much. It is all about human nature. So I'm a lovely person. I mean, first at sight, I love everyone. So I start loving from bottom of my heart to everyone present in this world, especially the person in trouble, means who is suffering. I love that person, and I wish to help him. So I love more than other person. So my love in personal life, if you say that, it is about me, means that in my nature that I love everyone actually. So if it continue, that it complete. If not continue, then love to others. That's what's happened to me. So uh, uh, I mean, like if you say that my wife or spouse love you are asking, or if it is that, uh, what happened to me? Because in India, our parents, they are managing all marriage and everything. So they are arranging girls for the boy. So that what we love everyone, whoever present there, we love everyone. So then our feelings, I'm saying feeling, not to express the love, in a feeling that I'm that kind of person, love everyone, means not to hurt in person. So love start from that particular moment. One, it rejected from whatever side, means not from my side. I never reject anyone from my side. But if rejected from some other reason, still little point of love is there toward that person. But I continue with my new partner, the same affection and other thing. So this is my about me. So I'm that kind of person. So I love whoever, means believe me, I wish to contact everyone I met once. So I love to contact him again and again. That's what I feel. So
Thank
love
you
definition.
so yes, thank you so much. That's so touchy, and I'm sure you'll have so much stories to share.
Yeah.
Definitely, we'll love to hear that. Okay, so
Thank you.
today we have this fantastic lovers, speakers who will be delivering our speeches today. So I'm sure we'll all waiting to hear them. And since they're all expert speakers, we will be having our timer for as in the to help me to keep the time. So let me find out what our timer has to say about how he feels about love. So Toastmaster, please welcome Toastmaster Abu Bakr Siddiqui.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, you asked me about love. So February is not the only month we should be talking about love. It's throughout the year, throughout our life, and every single day. I feel love for my son, my wife, my parents, for my friends. So it is everywhere, every time.
Fantastic. Awesome.
And
Yes.
and as a timer today,
Yes.
I will be timing all the speakers. I will indicate them what is the time left by using cards like green, yellow, and red.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abu Bakr. Now, I will first call upon our first speaker, Toastmaster Ricky Churian. Toastmaster Ricky Churian, would you please tell us have you ever been in love?
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day. Well, the feeling of loving or be loved is something that we always experience day in and day out. Maybe we don't notice it, but it is something that is there all the time. Well, it might be of different, like maybe dimensions or different qualities depending on the person we are giving this to. So of course, I have been in love, and I always see to it that I am in love every single day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ricardo. To call upon his evaluator, let us find out Toastmaster Jeffrey Aquino, what he feels about love, being in love, before he gives the speech, talks about Ricky's speech objective. Does he have to do that? Okay. Toastmaster Jeffrey, please.
Well, you're talking about love. I guess love is just a universal feeling that everyone could feel and should and will feel eventually. Love for me isn't just about in a relationship. Love is all about the feeling of being affectionate, a feeling of caring, feeling of giving. It might be from another gender, it might be from another friend. But perhaps for me, I would love to share my love first and foremost to my mom. I am so deeply in love with my mom. She's my love of my life. And Ricky knows my story about my love of my life for my mom. And I do love my friends as well. So I guess let us not just constrain or limit ourselves to the notion of love on having it in a romantic view perspective. So back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. So now let me call upon Toastmaster Ricky Churian, the favorite child, Toastmaster Ricky Churian.
I'm sorry, pardon me on that because I was about to talk about love or talk about the evaluation speech of Toastmaster Ricky.
Yes. Okay. All right. If you could just give the speech objectives also, Jeffrey.
At the moment, I have not taken the objectives of Toastmaster Ricky because I believe this is preparation on his preparation for the upcoming contest. So
yeah.
after which if this evaluation will be done, for sure he could apply this on his other projects. But for the meantime, let us just focus on evaluating him rigidly and wholeheartedly and brutally, if I may. But surely Ricky will just snack off this. Say, back to you, madam.
Thank you. So I'll just introduce Ricky once again. I would want to, after his speech, to all of you to give some feedback to him on the chat box. So here we go again. Toastmaster Ricky Churian, the favorite child, Toastmaster Ricky Churian.
Well, this is 4, and this one's 4, and this is for Papa. Whose gifts are those? My innocent 7-year-old son asked. Well, actually, these are all for you, my favorite son, Contest Master, and my dear friends. According to an article entitled Parents Do Have a Favorite Child, which is published in the Wall Street Journals, roughly 75% of the parents have their preferential treatment to one of their children. And this exists to some degree in almost every family. I was born of a family with 7 siblings, 4 boys and 3 girls. With a big family like ours, it's very hard to maintain an equal balance of love and affection and attention for each of us. My eldest brother, Ronald, happened to be the firstborn son and boy from my mother's side of the family. Everybody loves him. Everybody wants to kiss him, to hug him, and to give him all sorts of gifts and toys. Not to mention the fact that he was really good looking. So it's very obvious that he was the favorite child. My eldest sister, Lorraine, on the other hand, was this Barbie doll of the family. With her snow white skin, chinky little eyes, and really lovely smile. No doubt that she was one of the favorite children from my father's side of the family. But what about the rest of us? Well, not everyone was born equal, I believe. While my eldest brother and sister enjoyed the spotlight, the rest of us struggled to be somewhat ignored, and we were not given special attention. We seemed to be left behind or at a corner, feeling unnoticed. Back in the years, I could recall how I have struggled to be that shining star in the eyes of my parents. How I would love to have that part of that pedestal where they would give me as much attention and love as the others. I pushed myself to excel in school, joined different contests and won, and even being on the top of my class. I even joined different worthwhile activities because I would like my skills and talents to be honed and developed. All because I want to have as much love and affection that they give to the others. I was the fifth child in the family. My parents told me that I was the most intelligent and most talented child. I was the spitting image of my papa, and I have all the qualities of my mama. But despite all of these things, I can feel that my parents have their eyes set on someone else, the golden child in the family. They would always buy him good clothes and shoes and toys, while I have the hand-me-downs and leftovers. My brother would always have all the things that I have ever wanted, or the upgraded version of what I have always had. Well, I think that's not how it is. My mama has always told us that she and papa would always try their best to ensure that we were all given equal attention and love. But what about this reasonable intelligence that I have, that I can see that even my other siblings in some occasions feel that they were not loved equally? In my desire to obtain the title of the favorite child, I eventually went to Saudi Arabia to work. And I promised myself that I would save enough money so we could buy our own house. I would keep my money and send it to my mom. And whenever I would call her, I could always feel the love. Take note that about 2 decades ago, the only means of communication we had was the coin-operated telephone cabins. And so I would always call my mom and say, "Hello, Mama." "Yes, hello. Who is this?" "Mama, this is your favorite son." "Ronald?" "No, Mama, your other favorite son." "Oh, Sydney. Is that you, Sydney?" "Ma, your other favorite son?" "Oh, Sherwin? Sherwin, I'm sure it's Sherwin." Can you believe that? She has already mentioned almost all of the names of her sons, except mine. And so, Ma, have you received the money I sent you last week? "Ricky? Ricky, I'm sure it's you, Ricky. How are you? I miss you." My dear friends, until this time, whenever asked who was their favorite child, My parents would simply and defensively answer, no one, no one. We all love you equally. And I would like to believe that. I have realized that my parents have their own way of showing their love and affection to all of us. It may be of different measures or yardsticks, but all of the same weight. It doesn't matter if you are not the favorite child, as long as you are a good child. Yes, it may be true that 75% of the parents have their preferential treatment over one of their children. But I'm so lucky and proud to say that my parents are part of the 25% who don't have any preference. I may never be my parents' favorite child, but deep in my heart, I know, I can feel, and I can confidently say that they will always be forever my favorite parents. Back to you, my favorite contest master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ricardo. Big round of applause. We'll take 1 minute for everyone to put your comments on the chat box. Timer, please indicate once 1 minute is done.
Madam Toastmaster of the Day, permission to speak?
Yes. Yes, Jeffrey.
Is that right away that I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Ricky before the evaluation of the panel or the body?
Okay,
Shall
yes, I think we'll do that, yes.
All right, thank you very much. I'll make myself ready as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I have 2 minutes, please?
Yes. Okay.
Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Yeah.
I think the evaluation will be held separately, so Toastmaster Jeffrey can have the time. So we'll proceed with the next two speakers,
okay,
and then table topics, and then the evaluation.
All right. Okay.
Thank
you so much. Thank you. So, Jeffrey, it's all right. Relax. Okay. Shall we call upon the next speaker for the evening? Toastmaster Umar Farooq Malik. And before I ask his evaluator to give his evaluation objective, the speech objective, let's ask Umar Farooq Malik what he thinks about being in love. And if you have been in love, or are you still in search of your love?
You know, I fell in love since the very first day I was born. With whom, I don't know. From where she is, I don't know. Still searching that air where she breathes so that we could get together. It's a great feeling, and hopefully wishing you all a great of success on Sunday where you will be with your loved ones.
Thank you. Please call upon Toastmaster Umar Farooq Awan and find who will be evaluating Toastmaster Umar Farooq Malik's speech. Toastmaster Umar, what is your feeling about being in love?
Oh, it is one of the greatest feelings that you can have. I believe most of the emotions that we have stem from love, and most importantly, self-love. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So you have to love yourself first, then you can share that love with others. It's like a flower that blooms from within and spreads everywhere. So objectives of Toastmaster Umar Farooq Malik's speech and Toastmaster Ricky's, both objective of the speech of both of them is to win the international speech contest. And both of them are going to do the amazing job on Friday Area 31 contest as international speaker. So this is the objective, to win it, and we are here to evaluate and help them get better and the best, give their best performance. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get ready to hear Toastmaster DTM Umar Farooq Malik. Words not matter. Words not matter. DTM Umar Farooq Malik.
The timer is Toastmaster Abu Bakar, right?
Yes. Timer, please note, it's 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Can you see the timer?
My name is Umar Farooq Malik, and I am going to Mr. Contest Master, for Toastmasters, distinguished guests. Have you ever faced a problem and you just wanted to motivate yourself without doing anything? Have you ever imagined you're driving your car and just suddenly your tire bursts? You come out of your car and start motivating that tire. Come on, get filled with the air. Come on, tire, you can do it. Just blew some air. Will it be possible for the tire automatically to get inflated? The answer is no. You have to go to the trunk, open the trunk, get the spare tire, attach to it, and get yourself ready towards the next destination. In my life, I have faced several situations just like these, where I felt I needed someone to hold my hand and take me forward. That pretty moment, my name is Umar Farooq, I received a spare tire in terms of a pat on the back. When my teacher came just behind me and gave me a pat on the back and said, Umar, do it. There were numerous other teachers and students who were saying, oh Umar, but those words were nothing. I could hardly anything which was coming from their mouth. But that pat on the back, that was the trigger for me to start. In our life, we face various situations. Situations which might give us a total downfall, or situation which might take us to the cloud 9, or shall I say, the heaven of love. But it does not happen what we planned, as always. I remember growing up, I was a very kind of guy. I used to be that guy who could fill in a 2x2 meter tire and could not go anywhere. Just like all those amazing tabletop speakers who stick onto one ground and don't say a single word. At that pretty moment, I got a pat on the back. My spare tire, I wanted that. I felt the words coming, Umar, you can do it. But words don't matter, isn't it? Sometimes action does. Again, I saw a hand on the back. Just those couple of hands, and off I go to the stage and spoke my heart out. I remember a long time back, I took part in a contest. Not in a Toastmasters contest, but in a very school contest, which had a speech of 2 to 3 minutes on your national hero. And they were looking for me everywhere. And I stayed in the washroom for 45 minutes. New world record. Why? Because I felt I did not have the spare tire at that moment. The words were there, tumbling around, but I could not do anything. 5 years back, I lost my spare tire. My pat on the back when my father left me. And it all happened within the space of 180 minutes. From having a lunch together and then being separated to 2 different worlds. I felt no one. My hands were shivering. My words were gone. I was stand still. I saw people coming to me hugging me, consoling me, giving all the necessary items, details, and procedures and all those things. But those words, they were just roaming around without any actions. People coming to me, grabbing my hand, taking me from one part to another, helping me out without uttering a single word. I felt he's back. I felt that my spare tire is back. And he is the one who's going to help me out in achieving various goals. That time I realized that all my teenage years, which I spent in Toastmasters, came into effect. I saw my friends in Toastmasters. I saw my family members in Toastmasters. I saw my parents, my father, mother, brother, sisters over there. And at that time, I learned one thing. When we say there is a room for improvement and with your words you can change anything in this world, that is the biggest lie which anyone could feel. Words might have power. Words might have poison. Words can be sweetened. Words can take you to hell. Words can take you to heaven. But your actions can change your life. Fellow Toastmasters, at that pretty moment, I realized that all the things which I was eager to say behind the mic, or all that 2 by 2 meter tiles, the words not matter. What matters is the pat on the back that takes you to cloud 9 and make you smile. And that is the biggest message I have got from all of you. That if you don't have, no problem. Just contest master.
Thank you.
And I could not see the timer because in my building the light is gone.
Oops. Okay. Right. Action speaks louder than words. And absolutely truly said, a pat on the back makes a difference. Now, to call upon our next speaker, let me call upon Toastmaster Mandar Vaidya and ask him his take on being in love. Have you been in love, Toastmaster Mandar?
Good evening, everyone. Love is such a tender feeling in our life. We feel affection for someone and we move on to get that. The first love in our life is our parents. My mother and father had been the milestones for me and they had done so much for me on that. But my family, my wife and my cute son, they are my love of life. They are the ones with whom I feel that everything is possible. Everything can be achieved. And that is something I always look for with them. And in future also, it's them for whom I'm doing everything. Without them, I'm nothing. That's what my take on love.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Mandar, sorry. Now to call upon, to read his speech objective, he is being evaluated by 2 evaluators, Toastmaster Ricky Churian and DTM Omar Farouk Malik. So let us hear the speech objective from your evaluator.
Let me say the speech objectives, the Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, once again, and good evening to Toastmaster Mandar. Tonight he's going to attempt to deliver his Dynamic Leadership Project Level 3, speech number 2, which is an elective project about connect with storytelling. So the purpose of this speech is for him to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. So the member should be focusing on using stories in a speech or creating a speech that is a story. The timing of this project is going to be 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title, Happy Soul. Now back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky. So, Toastmaster Mandar Vaidya, happy soul, Toastmaster Mandar Vaidya.
Just a moment. I want to see the timer cards, please.
Yes.
Can
you see him?
Abu Bakr. Timer is Abu Bakr.
Can you see his
Yeah, I
display?
can see him. I
All
can
right.
see him. Yeah. Am I visible and audible to all?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Abu Bakr. I can see your screen now. Thanks a lot. How many of you feel that a happy soul can make a difference? Please raise your hands. I can see many hands going up, but I was the one who didn't believe in this earlier. There are so many incidents in my life that kept me away from this feeling. I was feeling that being happy and in a sad situation cannot be a good feeling. And then it was changed by someone who is my best friend. When I was talking with him last year, he told me that if you don't believe, you have to come with me. Next day, he took me to a destination which I didn't know. He just said, "Come with in my car, we'll go there." There we were going in his car. I was in the front seat with him, and then we were discussing. I asked him, "Brother, where are you taking me?" He said, "Mandar, you have to just wait. We are going somewhere where you will find your answers." I said, "What answers?" "Just let's go." And when we were going along, I got to know on the road signs that we were going towards Konkan region. Lush greenery around. There were so many trees, mango trees, coconut trees, cashew trees. And I found out we are going to Konkan. I asked him why we are going there. And he said, "Now I shall open the suspense for you. Toastmaster of the day, the Toastmasters and dear guests. It was something that was about a happy soul I was going to meet. Tushar, my friend, told me while we were traveling, his friend Ravi had been a farmer. He's a young lad with in his early 30s only. He's been an agricultural graduate and he wanted to do farming with his father. His father Vijay had been working for years to make sure that the fields were grown when he was born. And he had sown so many seeds that there was a bigger farm for Ravi. Ravi, being a only son to his parents, was very lucky soul. He was himself a positive person and a happy soul. He always used to help others and make sure that he had good friends, not only in neighborhood but outside as well. And with his sweet language and very good attitude, he was going far. He was making sure that his family was earning good. He was taking so much care of his trees. He had affection for mango trees, mangoes. Everybody likes them. And that's what he was doing. But with that, he had made some enemies also. You'd say, wow, but it was because of his good nature, he rejected offers from some people who had asked him to go against laws. And that's how he was against the laws there. He was against some people who were not doing good things. And Sarang, his cousin, was doing these things. Sarang has threatened him, if you don't come with me, I will cut down your trees. At one evening, Ravi got to know that Sarang was coming there. He was trying to cut the trees. And then Ravi went there and thrashed him and asked him, "You better leave." Sarang has not seen such a angry mood from Ravi. He played away, he ran away, and then Ravi back to his work. He was doing all the good things. but something was going to be wrong. And that time, one evening, his father found that there were rains. It was not in the monsoon season. It was untimely. And that time, Vijay said, "My son, I feel that there will be storm coming up. We have to get prepared." Ravi said, "Father, don't worry. It will be all fine. It's just rains." But at night, it rained fiercely. The roofs were blown away. The trees were falling. And Ravi saw his own trees were falling. He also fell down. He saw those trees were going down. So much agony for everybody. The villagers around were also not getting it. But Ravi said, "I will build it again. It's our fields. We have the confidence to build it. Let's do it again." First of all, he took his parents to a very safe position. They went outside the village, and then he also helped other people to have a safe place to stay. He helped everybody to also repair their homes, their farms also were repaired. He was working with them. Although these trees were going to take time to grow, he was thinking in his mind that how the new seeds can be sown, how he can bring out new breeds of the trees. Mango trees can be better ways. He can go for factories, he can go for something better ways on that. And that's how he made everybody sure that this is going to be the toughest time which we can use it for our future. He became a guide to earn some money. He became a motor. He also had his motorbike which he used for traveling. He also got a car for which he became a driver. He did everything to earn money, but also had taken care of his family and his fields. Now his fields are there and he's growing them and he's now the head of the village. When Tushar told me, I was so excited. I felt affection for him and I wanted to meet him. And Tushar said, "Yes, we are going to meet him only." When I met him there in his village, I hugged him tightly and I said, "Ravi, I learned this confidence. I learned what I can do also. Whatever my bad experiences were there, I have learned so much from you now." Ravi said, "I didn't say anything. I just looked at Tushar and then we laughed." It was the motivation that I had got. A happy soul had made a difference for me. I was going on cloud nine. I made sure that I'll take that energy to my future life. I have met my happy soul. Have you, Toastmaster? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mandar. I got your name right. So now, love is a very special thing, and people have this affiliation towards a single person. And love is celebrated in many forms of art and literature, you name it. And there are some special songs, such as when Air Supply says, I can't leave if living is without you." Michael Bolton, tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? How am I supposed to carry on when all that I've been living for is gone? Foreigner says, in my life, there's a heart aching pain. I don't know if I can face it again. Then he says, da, 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 and then he says, I want to know what love is. I want to know. Someone show it to him. I want to feel what love is. So, and then he says, someone can show me what love is. Now, this is the romantic love, and it's so much talked about, and it gives so much of heartbreak. So, I'm sure one point of time you've experienced that, and I'm sure, let me ask someone to give in a sentence, how does it feel when you feel that heartbroken? When, that experience, is it a good experience? Does it take a lot of time to come back? Would anybody like to share? Maybe out somebody. I'm sure Lada is ready to share that. The heartbreak. All right, let's.
One word, it sucks.
Absolutely, Lada. Right, so before to go on to the next point of the theme, love is in the air, let us first have our table topic master today. That's Toastmaster Uzair Iqbal. And hear for him, how does he feel about love or being in love, or if you have been in love? Toastmaster Uzair.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for inviting me. You got a really melodious voice.
Thank you.
You know, for love, I must say one thing. Love the life you live and live the life you love. I will express my love in this. And let's move on to our table topic session, which is the most exciting session of this meeting tonight. The main objective of this session is to challenge the members to develop their impromptu communication skills. I will be asking the questions, and your response must be at least 1 minute and not more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Timer will show green on 1, yellow on 1.5, and red on 2. There will be no further signs, and 30 seconds of this period you will get. In the end, I encourage you to use the word of the day. So let's get started. And for my first question, I would invite Toastmaster Jeffrey. Toastmaster Jeffrey, are you there?
I have never been out of you. Hi.
Hi. My question for you, a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Toastmaster Jeffrey, stage is yours.
Fellow Toastmasters, you might be wondering, what? Scratching your head, how? What is Toastmaster Jeffries doing? Let me tell you. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, and my lovely fellow Toastmasters, good evening. I have shown you a gesture of giving my heart to you without any single word. Why is that so? Because when loving, more is into action rather than words. Yes, it is indeed that a grateful heart attracts or magnets miracles. On my own personal stories, I definitely could say I have magneted the real love by showing a grateful heart. Out of billion people in the world, who knows? The one that might be scratching your elbow is the love of your life. Just love to the best way that you could. I have told you before what my idea or notion about love is. It is not just about in a romantic relationship or love of your friends, but it is a universal thing. Love to your family, love to yourself, love to everyone. It will definitely radiate into your perspective that you truly love and how could you express love. Yes, my fellow Toastmasters, personally or one way or another, I know that love is just a word, but with your heart flowing out genuine and conditional, surely you'll never go wrong. Fellow Toastmasters, let be our ideals of love be genuine. February is not just a love month. Each and every day of our lives is a love moment. Let us all cherish. Back to you.
Well said, Toastmaster Jeffrey. Now I would like to invite Toastmaster Ricky for my next question. Toastmaster Ricky. Shall I announce the question?
Toastmaster Ricky, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your question is, apologies for being wrong, not for being honest. I will repeat, apologize for being wrong, not for being honest. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master. Well, they say that honesty is the best policy. And there is nothing wrong whenever we say or tell the truth. Although in most of the instances, we were always told that it is always not easy to apologize if you have committed something wrong. You know, we come across daily situations or instances wherein we deal with people, our family, our friends, our loved ones, and hurt them in such a way that sometimes the crystal clear relationship becomes cracked, and that will never be the same again. Even if that relationship has been cracked, there is always a way to mend it, to bind it together through an apology. An apology that is sincere and crystal clear, that you really owe that other person much of the sincerest form of committing or admitting to yourself that you have done something wrong. That doesn't mean, though, that you have every right to commit the same mistake again. Admitting that you are wrong means that you also commit to the pledge and promise that you will forever be loyal and honest, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just maintain the fact that you keep the honesty in the relationship, and that, I believe, will be enough to have a prosperous and more healthy and stronger relationship. Admit that you are wrong, but ensure with all honesty that you will keep the relationship alive by maintaining and telling the truth. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ricky. I would like to invite Toastmaster Pragya. Is she here?
Yeah, I'm here, but I won't be able to switch on the video right now.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. My question for you, if you are not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. I will repeat, if you are not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. Toastmaster Pragya.
I would say when it comes to a problem and a solution, both lies in a person's hand. And you correctly said that if you are not the part of the solution, you are a part of the problem. Something which I have realized in my day-to-day life. There are only two sides to a coin. Either you're creating a problem or you're finding a solution to things. One fine day, as I was just looking outside my house, there was this neighbor who told me that, we have lots of garbage in our society here, and I don't know why people can't clean it up. I looked at her, clearly smiled, obviously a sarcastic one, and told her, don't you think this garbage belongs to our own houses? She was looking at me for 2 minutes. As we just now discussed, being honest sometimes can create problems too. I told her that when we are not able to solve this problem, aren't we the one who are creating it? And I feel that in our own society, most of the problems that we create or we consider as being problems are the parts and parcels that we have created. Society, politics, and so many other things. When we claim that things are going wrong, are we finding a solution to it? If not, then for sure that problem is being created by us. Because if we are not creating the problem, we would be the ones looking for solutions for that. I have mostly been on the side of finding solutions. So I would not say that there are too many problems that I do create, but yes, I totally agree to what you said. And I think all the Toastmasters here would agree. Either be the solution finder, or you are creating a problem not only for yourself, but for others too. Something which you are going to regret later on in your life and complain about it. So rather than complaining, let's try and find solutions and make this world a better place for all of us to stay together. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pragya, for such a wonderful response. Do we have guest Eliza with us?
No, she's already in Mars.
No problem. So I have a question for you.
Can I don't answer?
You
Sorry.
have
I will give you an easy question. The journey is what brings us happiness, not the destination. The journey is what brings us happiness, not the destination. Guest Eliza, over to you.
One day, one person asked me, "What is actually your destination, and what do you want to do in your life? And what is the purpose of your life?" I don't know the answer, but that time I was desperate. So my answer to that question is, the purpose of my life is going to die. Fellow Toastmasters, yes, whatever it is, even whatever happened in your life, the destination that you will definitely go is die. So whatever you want to run, well, you cannot run. But before you die, you need to go for the journey. So actually, we already know our destination. Like what Umar always said to us, enjoy the journey because we don't know the destination. Maybe today, now we are in India, tomorrow we are in Saudi, now in Singapore, and maybe now in Greece, but actually it's only a journey. Our destination in the end is the other world. So before we go to that part, let's enjoy all the journey and make sure that we prepare for our next destination. It's always become the final destination, but before we come to our final destination, we need to have fun and make a lot of good deeds to bring back to our final destination. So for me, I don't care about the final destination because it will happen, but in life, let's get a lot of things that we can celebrate, we can have fun, we can precious with friends. And when we leave this world, people also will remember us and always think about us and maybe make some du'as for us. That's what I think. So let's enjoy the journey. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, guest Eliza. Well said. Moving forward, I would like to invite guest Samita. Guest Samita. You can hear us?
Hi, yeah.
Okay. My question for you, the love of money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil. I will repeat. The love of money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all fellow guests and hosts. Thank you for having us here. The lack of money being the root cause of all the evil in the world, I agree. It is. Because if we had it all, then there would be no fight for equipments, food, for different things, just for livelihood. Money just give us some sort of option on how we could live our life. But then you also see that the wealthiest people are also at war. But they're in there for power. So even though I agree with the statement, I'm kind of conflicted because how do you actually define evil? Evil is that is it a hunger for food? Is it the hunger for power? Or is it just the hunger to express yourself and to have the freedom that you want? So what is evil is so subjective. And money could be one, in my opinion, when someone's trying to steal something that you have that they don't have, and only the ones that who don't have it try to steal it and create a certain kind of evilness. And I think I belong to that strata where the lack of money is pretty evident. However, as you move to different areas in the world, get into different strata, different mingle with different people, the evil, the source of it is different. Like someone who has money, who has the power, is actually going ahead something else. And their source of evil is something else. So very debatable topic, but according to me, for at the stage that I am in my life, yes, I do agree with the statement that you said. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much, guest Samita, for your response. Moving forward, I would like to call our guest Lada. Is she available?
Here I am.
Great. I have a question for you. When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. Over to you.
Hello, my fellow toast gods and goddesses. Very, very true. When you have issues inside, everything outside of you looks not that great. I completely agree with that. When you have not the greatest thoughts, when you really don't love yourself, when you just are not in a good frame of mind, everything around you is not all that great. But when everything is great inside, then everything outside looks great. It's really, really that simple. And I am a big testament to that in my life. I was not always the happy little unicorn that you see right now. And it really was my thoughts. I was my own enemy in a way. My thoughts were really not the greatest. But the minute I started to change my thoughts, then everything around me was different. My whole perspective changed on everything. So yeah, there are no enemies. The only enemy you are is really yourself. Once you get over yourself, you're done. You're good. Just get over yourself, open your heart, and then everything is great. It really is that. You just got to get over yourself, and your whole perspective will change. And the saying, I love my saying. Oh God, what is it? Oh, that's it. This is my favorite quote. A miracle is a change in perspective. A miracle is a change in perspective. So I wish all of you, my fellow toast god and goddesses, miracles, change your perspective, because love is in the air. Back to you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guest Lada,
Sorry.
for such a lovely response.
2 seconds. 2 seconds only. Can everyone put the reaction height, please?
Great. Moving forward, I would like to invite our guests, Mr. Munish Gupta. Yes, please. Yeah, Mr. Munish, I have a question for you. Please listen to it. Rock bottom has built more heroes than privilege. I would repeat, rock bottom has built more heroes than privilege. Over to you. Rock bottom has built more heroes than privileged.
Good evening, everybody.
rock bottom has built more hero than privilege. The people, those who work hard in life, they become hero. They have to work round the clock. Then only they can become hero. They have to be positive. If they think negative, like just now, one of the speakers said, enemy is within. When we think something bad within inside, the outside also will think the same thing. So if we have to grow in our life, we have to work hard. For that, we have to plan our day in such a way that we must not waste our time. Time is precious. Time is life. Every minute is valuable. So then only we can build something as a bridge that will help us to grow. People, those who have risen in life, they have one quality. They worked hard. They were positive. That's the reason they have become something in life. Otherwise, the people, those who are negative, they think negative. They do not do anything. They waste their time. They do not understand that if they want to do something, they should never give up. They should keep on trying. One day they will come into their life. They will become something, whatever they want to become. For that, consistency, persistence, perseverance plays a very important role in life to grow, to bring the rock and make a build of a hero. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster, please. Thank you so much, guest Manish. Such a wonderful response from your side. Moving forward to our second last speaker, I would like to invite guest Murtaza. Guest Murtaza?
Yes, I'd like to go ahead.
Hi. Your question is, the creative adult is a child who survived. The creative adult is a child who survived. Over to you.
Have you ever in your life, have you ever been faced with this question? Why are you talking so much in class? Please don't talk. You don't have to share everything that you know. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as children, or at least most of us as children, when we are young, we are quite naive. We think the world is all a very, very beautiful place. But is it? No, it's not. As we get older and older still, we realize that the world can be a bit nasty or way too nasty sometimes, but you deal with it as you deal with it. But as children, we don't realize that. So as a child, we say what we have to say. We are so creative. We think that anything and everything is possible. And yes, anything and everything is almost possible if you have the proper planning, if you have the proper belief, and yes, if you have the proper creativity in your head. If you still sustain the belief that anything is possible, then you will be able to discount whatever your teacher said when you were young. Many of us right now, as Toastmasters, a lot of us were told that maybe we can never be good public speakers. Maybe we can never amount to anything in life. But let's face it, we have fantastic speakers over here today. We have people who are willing to work on their public speaking skills, and love is in the air for public speaking skills. So do not let the belief that you are limited, the adult belief that you're limited, contain you. Believe that you can be world champion someday. If that is too big of a dream, then maybe your teachers were pulling you down instead of pulling you up. So sustain that creative child in you. Believe that anything is possible with hard work, persistence, and yes, creativity. It's over to you, Toastmasters there.
Thank you so much, Murtaza, for such a wonderful response. Moving towards our final speaker of this session, guest Najla, is she here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your question is, what you see in yourself is what you see in the world. What you see in yourself is what you see in the world. Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for the topic. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Thank you for the invite. I'm happy to be here. What I see in myself, I see beauty in myself. I believe in that because I'm seeing all the world around me is beautiful. If I see ugliness, of course I will feel trouble, and I will see everybody and everything in the life around me is ugly, and I will not be able to deal with that. So far, Alhamdulillah, I'm hanging there. Sometimes I'm seeing things ugly, and I will try to deal with it and with those things in in a nice way, as much beauty I have inside. And if in case so, sorry, I forgot to do the time. And in case like I forgot, sorry, table topic. I miss my word because I'm driving. Okay, so if in case like I feel it's not good or I feel bad, I'll go back to my own friends and get the positive energy from it to feel balance again in life and to feel toward things much beauty. The theme of the day of your meeting is love in the air. That's what I find so many times. And I feel it all the time with my friends, with my family. And most of the time, I'm trying to find it in myself. I love myself. That's why I'm saying everything beautiful around me. And I see the beauty in me. So it's reflected also surrounding. Over to you, Tebby.
Thank you so much, guest Najla, for attempting my question. What a wonderful response. Thank you so much, Toastmasters and guests, for your wonderful participation. Now I will return the control to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uzair. What a fantastic table topics round. And love is in the air. Look at the expression. Self love is the primary way to love. And of course, we'll see what else we have about love. So before that, let's continue with the evaluation session. And let's find out what our evaluators have to say about our great speakers. So first, let me call upon to evaluate Toastmaster Ricky Churian, Toastmaster Jeffrey Aquino. Timer, please note, it's 2 to 3 minutes.
At 2 minutes, it's yellow or green, and
Yes.
2.5, it is yellow, and 3 minutes, it's red, and 30 seconds grace period.
Yes.
Madam Toastmaster of the day, can I start immediately right away?
Yes. Can you see
right.
the timer card?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Children are the most precious gift from up above that any parent have ever wished for. Fellow favorite child, and a special good evening to our special child, Toastmaster Ricky. Isn't it that he had a persuasive speech that I could say? Why is that so? Because he persuaded us to think that we are favorite by our parents. You might have your own personal experiences that you were neglected, you were left behind. But Toastmaster Ricky's speech have enthroned us that every parent sees equality, gives love unconditionally. Toastmaster Ricky, there were few things that I have been favoriting on your speech. And one of those is your opening. The use of a prop in an opening on a speech is such a marvelous act to do. Why is that? Because you will be able to cut the attention of the audience. We're not just listening to your murmurs or your voices, but we were hooked on the gifts, on the props, and that is great point. Second, on your body, you have a great storytelling skills. Yes, speech is a story, a personal story that could have been related to you, to your listeners, and to anyone. Your message is a universal one. Each of us here in the Zoom platform, or even if they will watch in the YouTube, are children. And definitely, we could relate on your story. That is a most powerful thing that you have incorporated in your speech, a universal message. Lastly, on your conclusion, I may say that it was a cyclical speech because you went back to your props. Seldom of the speakers get back to the props that they have used, and you have incorporated that thing. For furthermore, Toastmaster Ricky, I can recommend and I humbly suggest to you to please listen to this. Power pauses in a speech is a powerful tool like verbal variations or vocal variety. You could have used your power pauses during the time that you have mentioned. I know that I might not be my favorite parent, child of my parents, but deep in my heart, they will always be my favorite parents. Let us be hooked on the power pauses that you could give. By that, we will be wanting you to hear what will be the next word that you will go on to say. Second is the facial expression. Our facial expression could have been congruent with the words that we are uttering. When you say sadness, we could have seen sadness. But there were points that you have said that you were wanting to be the favorite child, but we are seeing your smile. If sadness is the message, let us see on your face. Above all, to encapsulate this, Toastmaster Ricky, capitalize on your strength and sprinkle of my recommendation. Surely, you'll never be the favorite child of the Toastmasters in the area. Definitely not in the division, but in the world as you conquer the world championship stage. Back to you, Contest Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeffrey. Let's call upon now Umar calling Umar to evaluate Umar Farouk Malik. Let's call upon Umar Farouk Awan. Over to you, Umar.
Okay, Sangeeta calling Umar. Huh? Okay. So, Toastmaster Umar Farouk Malik. Words don't matter. Actions matter most. What a wonderful and very timely message to be conveyed through a speech, because actions speak louder than the words. People may say a lot of things, people may commit a lot of things, but at the end of the day, it's what you do is what defines you, not what you are. Your actions reflect your inner self. Wonderful message conveyed to us from Farouk. What I loved about your speech, first of all, your hand gestures. You were wonderfully conveying those. Whatever you are trying to say was oozing and you are explaining it through the hand gestures. Wonderfully done. Secondly, how you opened up, you are trying to be shy and hesitant and trying to, okay, you are in front of the stage and you are trying to deliver. You are not able to speak. You have lost words, and that kind of expression was there. Wonderfully conveyed that, and how you circled back at the end. That I will be coming back on the later part of the evaluation. Secondly, tone. You can modulate your tone at your will, and at different parts of the speech, you are changing the tone as it was required. Wonderful expression, and you also use the simile, what you call comparison of a spare tire to how having the helping hand who will be supporting you and maybe can help you out in the difficult times. That was an interesting and great analogy to make. So, but there is something. There is a room, biggest room in the world is room for improvement. Let's give some suggestions to you. First of all, when you are delivering some in humorous lines, For example, oh, I was in 45 minutes. You are just brushing it away. When you are trying to deliver a humorous thing, something, yeah, you have to pause, maybe give a twist, or just all of a sudden you have to change the tone and you have to say it. Well, you are saying like in a proper flow and like just as a normal sentence. Like you are in a washroom, then you can say like, okay, do you know where I was? I was sitting in the washroom. I was not in the examination. I was not in the trying to deliver a 2 minute, 3 minute speech. So that kind of astonishment or that kind of anxiety should have been shown. Secondly, when you're talking about your father's death and your death, I admire that you are able to lower your tone at that time at a sad moment, but your facial expression was not there to connect it. I felt you are like a smiling face kind of was there. You that emotion could have been reflected on those times. Those were the tough times of your life that show not should not show just in the tone, not in the hand, just also in your facial expression, also how you are delivering it. Maybe sometimes you are angry that you are showing, but emotions, how it felt to have the father's death, or how you can. Another thing, you said that your father was your support and he was the one who pat your back and kind of give us examples. I felt there was no example in the entire speech who has helped you in getting out of the tougher situations. Give an example how your father has supported you in your tough times and you are struggling and how he has backed you up. Then if you are talking about his death and your that, then we can build an emotional connection. So well, first you have to give some examples from your life quote. Okay, what has happened in your tough time and who has not been with you and who has supported you and came to help you out. So it's like a hero's journey. You are in a high, then you go in low, then you rise up. So that kind of expression should be there in the speech. And if overall, I love your speech and how you concluded it with no words, just expression of heart and trying to explain it. That was a circle back to what you are in the opening. Amazing, wonderful conclusion. Overall, loved your speech, your gestures, your tone, your storytelling, amazing, and your analogy of the tire and all that thing. If you work on the emotions bit more and your humor, how you deliver it, and your maybe you can give more examples of how you are struggling and how you somebody helped you. This speech has the strongest one of the strong values and strong message to make it an international winning speech also. And best of luck for the international speech. Toastmaster Umar Farooq Malik. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Umar. I'm sure there were a lot of inputs which Umar is going to take away. Well, I heard that it takes two to tango, but it takes the Horizon Toastmasters and this special day, this special meeting to have a speaker evaluated by two evaluators. Isn't that amazing? So let's hear the evaluation of Toastmaster Mandar's speech, first by Toastmaster Ricky Chirian. Over to you, Toastmaster Ricky.
Thank you so much. Well, happiness is like a ripple. If you are the origin, and then you will get happiness back with the same frequency. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, and a special good evening to our speaker, Toastmaster Mandal. Wow, Toastmaster Mandal. Not only are you going to spread a happy soul, but that which is full of love and affection on this very special meeting of Horizon Toastmasters Club. It is our great privilege to have listened to your speech, which, by the way, has proven to be such a powerful one by really giving justification to the topic or the purpose to which you are going to deliver the speech, which is about storytelling. First and foremost, you have complied with the requirement of having a story within your speech. With a structure so crafted from the opening wherein you have thrown a question at the audience, which right away hooked us all up to thinking and being engaged to you, down to the body wherein you have incorporated the story of you and your friend and your adventure to a place wherein you are going to go to somewhere unknown to you. Thank you also for sharing the positivity of having a happy soul as part of your speech. Not often that you can hear speakers be able to do this crafting of the speech and at the same time comply with the requirements of the project. Nevertheless, the story has been such a wonderful thing for us to be engaged in. But I have a few suggestions for the improvement of such, if you don't mind. Well, it may sound ironic that I have just been recently evaluated and said that I have trouble of matching my facial expressions with the words that I am saying. It just so happened that you have the same struggle in your speech, wherein your facial expression at some instances do not match the lines that you are delivering. Like when you say, for example, that your friend just invited you to have this road trip, and then you were somewhat confused on where are we going to go? And you could have expressed yourself in such a confusion wherein you have no idea of what adventure you are into. Also, the voice or vocal modulation and control has not matched in some aspects wherein you are trying to build this village, for example, and those moments wherein you need to tone down a little. If you could have just put together all of these spices that I have given you in the opening of your speech, wherein you have to really put on much attention to your strengths and maybe consider adding these adjustments in order to level up your speech, I believe that you will be such an amazing speaker that can conquer not only your project, but also the competition stage in the future. A happy soul is the best shield for a cruel world. Back to you, Toastmaster Frederick.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky. And now let's have Toastmaster Omar Farooq Malik evaluate Toastmaster Mandar's speech.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. It should have been a contest master anyhow. Anybody like Toastmaster, Assalamu alaikum, and a very warm good evening, morning, evening, afternoon to each and every one of you. Whenever we hear a word story, things that comes back to our mind is lots of happiness, lots of wisdom, and lots of memories of our parents and grandparents. And Toastmaster Mandar, today you brought all those great memories back to our lives. Especially the way you started the speech with a question, which was a build-up to a great story. Like, for example, we see in movies, when a hero comes up, he doesn't just come ordinary. First, they're going to show them the shoe, then the bracelet, then a gun coming out, and then finally he comes just like a big hero in the film. That's how your question in the beginning worked. We were more anxious that, wow, what's coming up next? That was a great point, Toastmaster Mandar, in your opening. And then it was a life transformation story, a story in which you saw a life evolving around, in which you are part of it too. At times, we deliver stories in which we are not there. And at times, we feel that those stories are not authentic. But once we have you as a speaker in a speech, we feel that the story has been authentic and we could learn more things to it. That's why Toastmaster Mandar, you came up with this great story and could have a message for all of us. Now, since it was, I would say, a level 3 speech and requires a bit more of a room for improvement, so I'm going to skip to the next part. As I said earlier, that when we talk about the storytelling, it comes to our parents and grandparents, the way they deliver the stories. I remember with the grandparents or the parents used to have some toffees with them, and whenever there was something, a lesson to learn or a point to ponder, they would just give the toffee to the children so that they get more ready for what's coming up next. And I felt I was missing those toffees over there in your speech. You were going throughout your speech, and I felt that the art of storytelling, the delivery, was kind of missing here and there. Like, for example, the coconut trees the mango trees. Like these kind of expressions could actually make us feel that we are sitting in a semicircle and listening a great story. The other part was your movement on the stage. I felt if everything was fine, you were a bit restricted. Your hands were coming too near to the camera, and at times you could see the reflection in your speech, in your eyes, the reflection of the light. Especially if you are using the glasses and all those kind of thing, what I suggest is to make sure that the light is either on the right hand side or onto the left hand side. That will get more lighting onto your speech. Overall, a great speech with all those spices and just a bit of sweet. Mr. Contest Master, Miss Contest Master.
Thank you. Thank you. What an evaluation. And now let's call upon our hearts. Our heart is beating, I'm sure. I've seen the heart beating between Lada and Adi when he was on camera. So Toastmaster Adi to evaluate the table topic speeches. So Toastmaster Adi, let's hear it. Wise men say only fools rush in.
Who is fool?
But I
keep falling in love.
Falling in love with you.
Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I
don't know the lyrics.
Can't help falling in love with you. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Adi will be evaluating the fantastic speeches that you all thought and said. So let's hear from Toastmaster Adi.
Thank
Over
you, my
to you.
dear. Thank you, my dear friend, TMOD, Toastmaster Shankita. To all the beautiful faces tonight, welcome to Horizons. My friend Lada and Eliza are here. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm happy to be your table topics evaluator tonight. And I'd like to start my evaluation by sharing this. All of you have shared their personal stories that makes your stories very unique and special. It has a very strong beginning, and you were able to connect your beginning with your body and your conclusion. Overall, those were great speeches. Now, let me go on with evaluating each one of you. Jeffrey, a grateful heart is the magnet of miracles. Indeed, Jeffrey, you are the energy that you give off, and every day is an opportunity to love and to be loved. What I like most about your speech is you said, let us all cherish. Thank you. Ricky, apologize for being wrong, but not being wrong, not for being honest. Honesty is the best policy. You started your speech with that. And I would like to tell everybody that we are all flawed. We are all imperfect. But what makes that imperfection beautifully perfect is that admission that we are all committing mistakes. And there's nothing more beautiful when you admit it with all your honesty. Thank you, Ricky. Now let's go to Pragya. Pragya, our champion speaker. You were asked that if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And you beautifully made the metaphor of the two sides of the coin, that you're either a solution or you're part of the problem. And what I like about you is your positivity, that whenever there's a problem, regardless if it's coming from outside you, it's an external problem coming from inside you, whatever, you always find a solution to that problem. Well done, Pragya. Eliza, our traveler, Eliza, our princess. Journey brings us happiness, but not the destination. I love it when you reminded everybody that the only destination which is so sure is death. And life is too short. That's why we have to enjoy every moment of our journey, because we are not guaranteed what's going to happen next. Thank you for reminding us, our princess. Samita, love of money is the root of all evil, than lack of money. I agree to some extent and I disagree to some extent. Always remember that those people who love money extends that power and authority to help others in the form of giving to charity. What I also don't agree is the lack of money is the root of all evil, because at times when you don't have enough resources, you become to be resourceful and find ways to augment what's lacking in you. So I think it depends on the person who loves money and who lacks money, whether or not they prioritize it in a negative way. But thank you, by the way, Samika. Toastmaster number 6 is, of course, our unicorn toasty, our lovable Toastmaster Alada.
It's 9 o'clock.
If there's no enemy within, there's the enemy outside cannot hurt you. I couldn't agree more. You know why? Because no matter how chaotic your world outside is, if you have that peace inside you, no amount of chaos or confusion can erode that peace. It should always be deep rooted inside you. It's about perspective. And I like what you said, that a miracle is a change of perspective because love is in the air. Indeed, Lada. Well done. Toastmaster Munish, rock bottom has built more heroes than privilege. Yes, indeed. When you are in the rock bottom, and you feel like it's the end of the road, the only thing that you hold on to is the four-letter word. It's hope. It's wishing that things will get better. And with that hope, there are so many famous and very rich people nowadays. Oprah Winfrey, Celine Dion, to name a few, they are they have experienced rock bottom instances in their life, but they never stop and they hold on unto their hope, wishing that they would make it, and now look at them. Well done, Toastmaster Manish. Toastmaster Mortasa, a creative adult is a child who survived. I agree, but I would like to remind everybody that let us all be careful in dealing with our children. Remember that children are like sponges, that whatever we feed them, whatever we tell them, they absorb it. And at a certain point when they're adults, they burst into the world with whatever they have absorbed. So let us be careful. Although some people say that you are impossible, and Murtasa said, I am possible, that made him a creative adult. Well done. Number 9 is Toastmaster Nachla. What you see is what you see in yourself is what you see outside. And you started by saying that you only see the beauty in yourself. So you instilled to us that you have that mindset of positivity. Thank you very much. Overall, that was a great table topic session, and thank you to all of you. Good evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adi. What a comprehensive evaluation. You're a great listener, must say. All right, so we're coming to the end of the session. And before that, I'm reminded of a question by Cher. Do you believe in life after love? Do you believe in life after love? And my message I would like to say is that self-love is something that we all need to start early on, because when you love yourself, you can love everybody. Give love to everybody and make yourself lovable, and take care of yourself, take responsibility, take charge of your life, and life is beautiful. With that note, thank you so much. I had a fantastic session, wonderful time over here in Horizontal Toastmasters Club. I thank all the fellow Toastmasters for this opportunity, and to the president, Toastmaster Omar, over to you, Toastmaster Omar. Thank you so much.
Wonderful job done, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Please give a big round of applause to our lovely and affectionate Toastmaster Sangeeta for doing such a wonderful and amazing job as a Toastmaster of the day. And such a musical and lively environment. Yes.
All everybody put the heart like Eliza has asked.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful. Awesome.
Love is in the air.
Love is in the air. So
Big
today
smile.
we had Today love was in the
Wait,
air.
speaker Mandar haven't put the heart. Ricky also heart. Okay, one more time, heart. One,
Heart.
Big crazy picture.
2, 3, heart. Ricky heart, Sangeeta heart, Umar heart.
One
Where
minute,
is the
one minute.
reaction? Heart, heart, heart.
Heart. My
Sangeeta
heart
heart,
is there.
heart, heart,
Heart.
heart.
Yes.
Okay, whatever lah. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Omar,
Great.
what about the timers report? I sat here to call the
Yes.
timer
You
in this
can give the
cold.
timers report also, of course. Why not? Time is money. We need all the money, huh? Okay.
What was the timer's report to be called?
Yes.
Okay, so
What are the speech timings,
please.
Abu Bakr?
I'll go real quick.
Yes.
It's a cold night here. For the prepared speeches, Ricky, 7 minutes and 10 seconds.
Okay.
Omar Farooq, 7 minutes 41 seconds. Toastmaster Mandar, 7 minutes 15 seconds. For the table topics, Jeffrey Aquino, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Ricky Chudian, 1 minute 53 seconds. TM Pragya, 2 minutes 17 seconds. Our guest from Mars, Aliza, 2 minutes 3 seconds. Smita Shivakumar, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Our guest Lada, 1 minute 45 seconds. Munish Gupta, 1 minute 50 seconds. Our guest Murtaza, 2 minutes 20. Guest Najila, 1 minute 40. And for the evaluations, Jeffrey Aquino, 3 minutes 42. Umar Farooq Awan, 5 minutes. Ricky Chudian, 2 minutes 45. Omar Farooq Malik, 3 minutes 22. And for the table topic evaluation, Toastmaster Adi, 5 minutes 30 seconds.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abu Bakr. It was missed from our
Thank you.
end.
Wonderful. Toastmaster Abu
so
Bakr
important.
has done first time as a timer's role, and he has done such an amazing job. Wonderful, wonderful.
Congratulations, Team
And
Abu Bakr.
timers as a background, and amazing job. Amazing. Comfortable. So tonight we have witnessed a favorite child also, and words don't matter also. Words don't matter and favorite child. If you want to see them in performing in area 31 contest is on Friday. Everybody is invited to the area 31 contest. It will be a very great event, and you will all love it. So now we will have all the best to all our contestants, Pragya, Toastmaster Omar, and Toastmaster Ricky. Great job done. We have Smitha with us. Smitha, any opinion, any feedback for the speakers? Any suggestions you want to give?
No, they were great. There was so much learning for me. I don't have too many feedback for them.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Looking forward to see you in another meeting.
Yeah, thank you.
Mandar.
It was a great meeting.
Mandar. Yes, welcome. How was it?
Yeah, hi Omar.
Yes. Any feedback for us? Our
It was
speakers.
a fantastic meeting. Yeah, I mean, from the meeting starting itself, you set the tone for this happiness. Being a happy soul, I feel that it is the energy that you have to bring in and make everybody at the light space there so that everybody can enjoy. And the speakers, both the speakers have been best because the way they started, the way they have taken it, I also got a learning from them. Like Toastmaster Ricardo has said, it was how you can just take yourself ahead. It was very much nicely portrayed. I learned a lot from him. And Toastmaster Omer again, he was fantastic. The way he started, I thought, what was the acting he was doing? But then I understood what was his connection to, and the way he gave examples. It was all learning for me. Good speeches. I really give all the best to them. I'm sorry, my voice is not good today, so that's the only thing.
It's
But
personally
thanks
no
to you
issues.
to give me an opportunity here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Looking forward to see you in our future meetings. We have with us Shahista Tarnikar. She'll join late, I think. Shahista? Okay, she's on silent mode, I think. Yes, Shahista.
Yeah, hello, everybody.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Am I audible and well?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, not visible, sorry, only audible.
Yes, audible only.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Shahista. Shahista.
Shaista.
Yeah, this is Shaista from
Shaista.
Eminent Toastmasters, Mumbai.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. How was
It
your
was
feedback
really
for
nice
about the
to be
meeting?
a part, and
Yes.
yeah, I joined a bit late.
Okay. It
But it
was.
was really nice to be a part of this amazing, which is.
Bless you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you with us. Looking forward to seeing you all, the eminent Toastmasters, in our future meetings also. And
Definitely, inshallah,
we have
definitely.
distinguished Toastmaster Shekhar also.
Wait.
Wait,
Umar,
what happened?
2 minutes.
Oh, what happened?
2 seconds. Umar Malik, can you put your face up little bit? Let me take picture of the world champion soon.
Oh.
We charge for it, huh?
Then
What,
cancel. You won't be. Then cancel. I don't want to pray for you. Okay, next.
Oh, next. Wallahi mushkil hai.
Aish.
Miss Tomato.
Martian.
Miss Tomato.
Acha.
Ping already. Ping.
Still?
No, I'm wearing pink. I'm not tomato
Kalas?
already.
What? Hey,
Kalas?
Aliza, where are you actually?
Halas.
Kalas.
Kalas?
Acha.
Alas.
Kalas.
Acha. Alas.
Okay. So with this power vested me as the presiding officer, I adjourn the meeting officially. It's time for chit chat. If you want to do all the best to all the contestants for Area 31, I am sure you will be the take home the champions trophy. Wonderful.
Good luck, everyone.
And Division F director is here or not?
BPM Shekhar, are you there?
Yes, he's there.
Are you there?
Or you
I
are
think still
hiding?
busy.
I want to
he's
say one
busy.
thing. I say one thing.
Can we get feedback from the guests
Lada
regarding our
is busy.
performances?
Feedback.
I want to say one
Let's
thing.
hear it from the girl. Let's hear it from my baby.
Lada, how was the meeting? How was the meeting?
I feel so honored that you invited me. I love all you guys, seriously. Both speeches were fantastic. Both of them were very, very good. And you realize this meeting is an action of love for the champion. You know what I'm saying? We all come together to love them and to support them. That I was running and I was thinking how beautiful that is. So we're all talking about love, but we're doing it right here, right now, in this moment.
Yes, actions. Words don't matter, actions matter, huh?
This
Thank
is
you
love.
so much.
Yes. We are all here to support each other. Yes.
Yay. And you ran 5 miles with me, by the way, everybody.
Oh, yes, we were
Guys.
running with you.
Can see the picture all in my Facebook. You can tag yourself.
Toastmaster Sangeeta, do you have any comments maybe or evaluation of our performances? How to improve on?
No, I would just say that it was fantastic. Just take more energy and go there. And I know you're the winners. Take that love from all of us and just be yourself.
And put it in
Conquer
action.
the world.
Khalas.
Yes.
Take all
Go
the love and
conquer.
put it in action.
The force is with you. The force is with you. And
The favorite child with action.
we'll be waiting right here for you.
On Friday. Next, Lada is coming and Eliza is coming on Area 31 contest. Huh?
I'm also coming.
Sangeeta?
Of
Sangeeta
course.
and all the travelers, travel buddies. Huh?
Yeah, you were asking me not to come, but I'm coming.
And for timer Abu Bakar.
I asked you to come.
You
I
say
want to
not
learn
to
how you
come.
do the timer.
I know.
You are did a good timer. Everybody already talked about the speaker, and you are as a timer. You are did a good job. I want to learn from you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
already told. Abu Bakar is a champion speaker. He's a great talent. Rising star of Horizon.
Abu Bakr has a great role in making us great speakers because if he doesn't time and if we go like Omar, if we take all the reds like you, then we are disqualified. You're always taking all the rainbows.
Abu Bakr
Did
See,
Omar
today I have to
disqualified
give a
again
dick.
today?
Yeah,
No,
obviously,
there
isn't
was
he?
no voting. There
He
was
loves
no. It was
Of
talking.
special
course.
He
evaluation.
doesn't care about the
I think
time.
he's
It was special
overqualified
evaluation.
lah.
Omar always
I'm
goes
overqualified.
overboard.
Overboard.
Toastmaster
It was
RD, are you
special
still there?
evaluation.
Yes, Toastmaster
Yes, I'm
RD.
here. I'm here. I'm walking
Can you please give
actually.
your
Oh,
feedback
he's
to
also
us
walking. Yeah.
Yeah, my
RD.
feedback. Yes, hi, Omar.
on the
Yes.
speeches, on the evaluation, on the table topics,
Oh,
you know,
yes, of course. All the speakers were great. Ricky and Omar, you already are champion speakers. I would just like you to polish it more. Just
Yes.
observe the pausing because the
More
story
energy.
itself,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah, the story, it's already powerful. Ricky, I've sent you some private messages for you to consider. Omar, you are a great speaker. I love the way you executed your speech. Congratulations to both of you in advance. And we'll be there on Friday to support you.
Toastmaster RD, I'm waiting for the private message also.
Yes, I will PM you, Omar.
He
I will
reads
PM
between
you, Omar.
between the lines. Omar is very, with his eyes, he's always reading between the lines.
Actions,
That's right.
actions, huh?
Okay, good night, everyone.
He has a child within him still. In school. Oh, the teacher gave him. Why didn't he give it to me? So you gave a private message to Ricky, and why should
Yes.
Why should he be
See,
denied?
see, there should be no
Yeah.
favorite child, huh? No favorite
yeah,
Yeah,
child.
no
Everybody's favorite.
everyone is fair in love and war.
No prefer.
Okay,
No
bye
Got
preferential
it.
everyone.
Huh?
treatment.
Everything is fair in love and war.
Bye bye.
Guys,
Exactly.
Bye. Good
make
night.
sure
Good
win.
night.
Then after that,
Good night.